Good evening and welcome to the 2023 spring commencement at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater at Rock County. I'm Tricia Clayson, Dean and Assistant Vice Chancellor here in the College of Integrated Studies, or UROC. On behalf of everyone here in the Whitewater family, we are thrilled to share this moment with you as we celebrate the achievement of all of our graduates. You can please be seated. I promised them I would always tell them whether to sit or stand tonight. As we gather here for commencement, we acknowledge that the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater and the Rock County campus exists today on the traditional lands of many Native people. We welcome the duty and opportunity to share stewardship of these lands. While this state institution has a rich history, for thousands of years this region and these lands were home to diverse Native peoples. In the knowledge and understanding of this history, we acknowledge that the land on which the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater and Rock County campuses now exist was and remains the historic and traditional territory of many Native peoples. The Ho-Chunk grew corn and gathered a living from these lands. The Potawatomi, then closely related to the Ojibwa and Odawa peoples, called this land home as well. We welcome and are honored by the responsibility to be good stewards of these lands and good neighbors to all Wisconsin indigenous populations. In concert with the Native American Cultural Awareness Association, Native students, with faculty and staff, the university continues to explore durable and meaningful ways of acknowledging our relationship. We recognize that these great Native nations and their respective sovereigns and are thankful to be positioned in such prominent, historic, and meaningful landscapes as we continue to provide educational opportunities to all whom the university serves. Yeah, thank you. The Rock County campus is a gem. It is the academic home to thousands of students who started their higher education journey here, whether they took a few prerequisite courses or completed associate degrees. Every day, the faculty and staff at Rock County are inspiring, engaging, and transforming lives. This campus does more than impact individual students. It provides local, affordable pathways in higher education that impacts the entire region and the state of Wisconsin. The institution plays a critical role in creating economic opportunity and adding to the area's rich cultural fabric. As we continue with tonight's ceremony, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge our commencement speakers, presenters, and award winners, as well as members of our campus leadership. And I'll ask that they stand as I mention their name, and please hold your applause until all of the introductions have been made. We have here on the stage, we have Corey King. Dr. King is our Chancellor of UW-Whitewater. Dr. John Chenoweth, who is Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. We have John Ramsdell, who is our Outstanding Alumni recipient. Natalie Shortreed, who is our student speaker tonight. Dr. Robin Fox, who is our commencement speaker. The winners of the Excellence in Teaching Award are Aaron Ellison, Senior Lecturer of English, and Dr. Nate Maddox, Associate Professor of Spanish. I think we have some members of Chancellor's Cabinet in the audience, potentially, and if you want to stand if you're here, Katie Kuznasik, Vice Chancellor for University Relations, and Jim Disrud, Chief of Staff. Our student marshals tonight are Catherine Kobos, our current Student Government President, and Maria Pacheco, our upcoming Student Government President. And our pianist tonight is Anna Schuett-Reed. So please, give them a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today we celebrate years of hard work and dreams, of successes and failures that have all culminated in this moment. A degree is far more than a diploma. And our ceremony acknowledges something very special, emotional, and life-changing. Many of our graduates are first-generation students. They have done something that no one else in their family has ever done. You have accomplished something really special. Other students are carrying on a proud educational tradition that may go back many, many years. Graduates, whatever your circumstance, we congratulate each of you. We are incredibly proud because we know of your sacrifice, your tenacity, and your hard work. Though you leave us today, we know that you have the foundation to succeed. At UW-Whitewater at Rock County, We pride ourselves on a rigorous academic program in which faculty and staff push students to achieve new levels of success and actively learn both in and outside of the classroom. Several of our students have excelled in that challenge, and I would like to call special attention to them. These are our high earners, academic honors, and highest honors. So at this time, would any graduates who have a cumulative GPA of 3.4 and above please rise as you are able? Let's give them a round of applause. Congratulations. Please be seated. To all of our graduates, whether you're moving on to a baccalaureate program, the workforce, or whatever your next step may be, we wish you the very best. Will the faculty and staff in attendance on stage or in the house please rise as you are able? Yes. Our faculty and staff are passionate teachers, members, mentors, coaches, counselors, and they care very deeply about these students. They challenge, encourage, nurture, and support students along the college journey and beyond. Graduates, stand up again. With your applause, please acknowledge your mentors' hard work and dedication. Okay, graduates, stay standing. Faculty, staff, sit down. We're doing it up, down, right? Graduates, I know you have a lot of family and loved ones out here tonight who have supported you, and please, I ask all of the graduates, family members, and friends, rise as you are able. We're standing up. It's all good. With your applause, graduates, tell them how much you appreciate their support. Thank you. Please be seated. As a graduate of UW-Whitewater at Rock County, you have the tools, the experience, the skills to positively impact your community, your state, heck, the whole world, right? And it is now time for us to introduce somebody who has gone on to make an impact, our outstanding alumni of 2023. Every year, we take a moment to honor one of our outstanding URock alumni whose drive for excellence is remarkable and whose work has made a difference in our community. Our reputation as an institution of integrity is built on the words and deeds of our alumni, people who symbolize the values that are central to this college and who make wonderful contributions to their professions and communities. Tonight, we acknowledge John Ramsdell. Please feel free to make your way to the stage, John. John Ramsdell graduated from Janesville Craig in 1985 and started his higher education at what was then UW-Rock County. He took a break from classes in 1987 to determine the direction for his studies. 21 years later, after the GM plant closed, he lost his job at Leering and decided to pursue his two passions, science and teaching. And he returned to UW-Rock County, completing his associate degree in 2009. I had him in class. He graduated summa cum laude from UW-Whitewater in 2012 with a Bachelor of Science in Education and a science minor. After substitute teaching for a year, he took a position as a science and English teacher at Marshall Middle School. John truly loves science, enjoys global travel, time with his family, and riding his motorcycle. His story really is the epitome of why we are here and the students that we serve, and we're really grateful to honor him tonight. So please join me in congratulating John Ramsdell.
Well, first of all, I'd like to start out by saying thank you and how honored I am to Dr. Clayson and Chancellor King for considering me for this. It kind of took me by surprise, and it's absolutely humbling to receive this award. One thing I'd like to say is that while I wasn't aware that she was going to go through all of everything that I had prepared to go through. So I'm sure that that is great minds think alike, and being in her class, she trained me for this. So the good news is that will considerably shorten my time up here for you. The one thing that struck me, I was checking the schedule online at 4:30 this afternoon after I got done teaching, and then went home and I got online and looked, and it almost brought tears to my eyes because I saw that the student speaker was a former student of mine. So it's kind of come full circle that I should get the award and get to make the speech, and one of the students, and now looking through, I see that there are several other students that I taught, and it's absolutely testimony to the worth and value of this building and what it presented in opportunity for me and others to be able to go on and achieve and be awarded this. It is absolutely humbling to me. So, while I was at UROC, I was very uncertain whether a degree was actually possible, given my, there was a little mention about how I took a break from academia, and it was actually the dean at the time and I sat down and had a conversation and decided it was best if I take a little break. So that, I just want to make it perfectly clear what that was. So in that break, kind of like walking through the woods, that burrs can kind of build up on your metaphorical pants, I guess, of life. And I found myself with a beautiful wife, 3 lovely children, and I had taken a job at a factory that more than covered my expenses. Until 2008, when GM left, and my job then subsequently left as well. And so I needed to find something to do. So I wasn't even certain that I would be able to stand up to the rigors of academia. It was a 50-50 calculation that I would probably make it. Well, as the previous speaker mentioned, I did graduate from UROC proudly and then went on to Whitewater and did get my teaching degree and have been teaching. All of that was possible because of this institution's ability to provide opportunity for the community, and what each of you here know, I'm kind of speaking to the choir, I guess, in that you all realize the benefit that this institution provides. So what exactly I really learned is that my perception changed. The population here, where I used to see my story as unique, I realized that it was not unique, that everyone here is a non-traditional student, that everybody is benefiting from the opportunities that this place gives. The institution was literally built to give opportunities to higher education that would not otherwise exist. And that's what makes this institution so beneficial and necessary for this community. You may have questions as to how well UROC has prepared you for your next step. I know I did. That, am I really ready for going on to the big university? And let me just tell you wholeheartedly that not that moving to Whitewater was easy, that the main campus was not easy, but the work that you put in here and the rigor that you put in here more than prepared you for what you are going to be asked to do. You are going to do fine, because speaking from my experience, you gained all the tools and have honed your skills in the degree that you're going to get today, that you have nothing to worry about. So, congratulations, and though you won't need it, I wish you the best of luck, and thank you very much for this opportunity and this award.
Thank you, Mr. Ramsdell. Good evening. I'm John Chenoweth, Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs at UW-Whitewater, both on the main campus and at the Rock County campus. Faculty and staff at UW-Whitewater at Rock County dedicate their lives to the education of beginning college students. These are the people who provide students with an exceptional start toward a bachelor's degree. Every year we recognize these teaching accomplishments by announcing winners of the Excellence in Teaching Award. I'd like to ask this year's recipients, Associate Professor of Spanish, Nate Maddox, and Senior Lecturer in English, Aaron Ellison, to come forward so I can say nice things about you. The Rock Campus Student Government Association leads the nomination and selection process for the student-nominated teaching awards. Students are surveyed and asked to nominate a teacher that they feel has made a difference. This year, SGA received 14 nominations and wants to thank the students who submitted their nominations. It was a difficult process because everyone nominated is deserving. However, tonight we are proud to honor two outstanding instructors. So let me tell you about Erin Ellison. Erin has a dedicated commitment to student success. She's actively engaged in transforming developmental English courses and peer mentoring programs. Her students view her as kind and understanding. She's known for giving clear directions. A few standout comments from students include, Erin Ellison motivates me the most out of all the instructors on campus, and I look forward to seeing her every Monday and Wednesday when I have our English 101 class. Another one said, Erin Ellison is very warm, compassionate, and very willing to help other students when they need it. She also motivates me every day. Join me in congratulating Erin. And now on to Nate. Nate brings a broad enthusiasm for student involvement as advisor of the LGBTQA+ Alliance and the Afro-Brazilian Drum Club. He's approachable and innovative in the classrooms and a commitment to inclusive excellence on campus. The student nominator said, Professor Nate is a very influential teacher that I have gotten the privilege to have as a teacher the last 2 semesters for Spanish 3 and 4. He makes the learning environment fun while teaching us lifelong skills that I won't forget. A second student said, he's also very welcoming of other students of all kinds, and you can see it that he doesn't ever treat anyone differently. Not only do I see him in class, but he also has been teaching a small group of us the Afro-Brazilian drums almost every Wednesday at noon. It's a fun place to go, and he spreads his joy to everyone. I think that any student who talks with him or learns from him can tell that he's very passionate about his job and makes learning that much easier. Please join me in congratulating Nate Maddox. And now I'm honored to introduce this year's student speaker, Natalie Shortreed. Natalie is the past student government president for the 2021-2022 school year, a 2022 Outstanding Student of the Year recipient for the College of Integrated Studies, a member of the National Leadership Honor Society, an Honor Corps recipient, and a 2-year student worker for the UW-Rock County Solutions Center. Natalie's love and passion for UW-Whitewater has been evident since her first sibling weekend at the main campus in 2013. She's been actively involved in our summer STEM programs and camps, Hawk Squad, campus tours, and community involvement events. Natalie plans on continuing her education with Whitewater, where she will be transferring to the main campus in the fall to complete her bachelor's degree in environmental science with a resource management emphasis and an animal behavior minor. Please join me in welcoming to the podium Natalie Shortreed.
Okay. Thank you, Provost Chenoweth, for introducing me. And thank you to the students, professors, parents, and staff who made these 2 years everything that they were. It is truly an honor today to deliver the commencement address to my peers. It is my pleasure to welcome students, families, and faculty to the graduation night at the University of Whitewater at Rock County. I promise my time at the podium will be brief-ish. To quote Sir Winston Churchill, I'm going to give a long speech today. I have not had the time to prepare a short one. Our journey to the Rock County campus is a personal one. Maybe you were searching for a smaller learning community. Commuting was an issue. You were undecided on a major. Maybe cost was the main factor. Maybe you didn't think you could succeed in college, but wanted to try. In any event, you committed to completing your associate's degree, and now you've accomplished that. Tonight, I'll share my personal reasoning for choosing URock and the lessons I've been grateful to learn. On the first day of my freshman year at Craig High School, my mother's leukemia returned after 9 years in remission. To say I was angry would be an understatement. I entered my high school career that day bitter, defiant, and very disconnected. I shuffled through the next couple of years, doing the bare minimum to keep my grades up. I got in a bit of trouble, tried to engage in some sports, but felt, why bother? Then March 13th of 2020 came along, and I walked out of my high school unaware I would not be returning to full-time classes for over a year. Thanks, COVID-19, for adding to my already struggling education and fear of the future. Once we sort of realized in-person classes couldn't be a thing, we were informed that grading would be changed to pass or fail. No A's, B's, C's, just a P or an F. This didn't bother me much until I was faced with big change. We all hit a point where we were forced to grow, and fortunately now I can say this happened at a young age. I won't say with great detail how, but during this time I was put face to face with authority for my actions, which is something I never want to face again. It felt like my world was crashing down and I did not know what to do. With the change to online classes, limited social interaction, and Zoom calls becoming the norm, I felt I could take a breath. Homework became easier as I was able to do it on my time and take notes during class. Once I realized, though, that these passes and fails that I got would count for nothing towards my horrific GPA, I took the opportunity to graduate a semester early. I've outgrown this place, and I felt like it was almost too late to fix. This made me feel like I could continue just existing or start embracing this new norm and take control of my future. The girl everyone used to know was now understanding the past didn't define me, but instead gave me a stepping stone to reach my fullest potential. After all, life was moving forward in unexpected directions, whether I was happy about it or not. I was in charge of my future, and in the summer of 2021, that led me here to URock, ready to embark on something different, a place where I was in control of who I was and who I wanted to be. I hit the ground running my first semester here. I secured a job in the Solution Center, which I am still proud to be a part of. I gained a true sense of engagement and got swept up in the everything is possible feel here at this campus. From someone who was labeled troubled kid in high school, this place became a home. I was taught the day I walked in for SOAR that this was a fresh start. 4.0 GPA, new staff, new students, a new environment. From that day, I learned I was safe here to finally grow into the intelligent woman I was meant to be. I quickly joined clubs, study groups, organizations, and felt a vast sense of community and accomplishment. My professors took the time to learn about me, my struggles, my fears, and my ambitions. In fact, there's a professor here that continues to leave his mark even though he has recently retired. Mind you, I didn't get the opportunity to take his classes. However, he was a frequent visitor in this classroom. Once I found my love for science, more specifically wildlife conservation, I started to view this man how we viewed Bill Nye the Science Guy in middle school. February of this year, I decided to send an email to him asking if he could help direct me to my future, since it was so close to his. I thought he'd come to our meeting with a few ideas of where to transfer to, and he did not disappoint. He never does. This man showed up with a 2-page spreadsheet of rehabilitation centers, wildlife vet tech programs, how to get my license to do rehabilitation, how to do vet tech while finishing my degree, and what minors may be useful. A professor I have never taken a class for sat down and got to know me, a random individual, and what I wanted to do. He then set aside time to not only create a list of opportunities, but made me feel like I can finally take a breath and enjoy this journey. Thank you, Bob McAllister, and many other professors like him, some are here tonight, that bent over backwards to help me and other students aid with our success. These are the kinds of people creating a flourishing environment here. I was constantly challenged and encouraged to step outside of my comfort zone. Here I am tonight giving the commencement speech. The combative high schooler of the past never would have joined student government and become the president, or been awarded Student of the Year without having the support and confidence I gained here at URock. I've realized my fellow classmates have had their own motivation, story, and challenges for getting here as well. Some are single parents, first generation, transfer students, students that have returned after several attempts, and those looking for a career change. We all found a home here where we are supported, encouraged, and challenged to do more. At times, these 2 years felt like 10, But tonight we are about to graduate and move forward from whatever was holding us back. Some of you are heading into the workforce, others continuing on to earn your bachelor's and beyond, and some just wanted to prove yourself you could do it. We should all be proud of what we have achieved here tonight. As we move forward, I would like to leave you with these thoughts. Be bold, be courageous, and be the best in all you do. If opportunity doesn't knock, then you go build a door. And we know what we are, but we know not what we may be. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Natalie, for your inspiring words and insight, sharing with all of us here today and your classmates. My name is Corey King, and I am the Chancellor of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, both in Whitewater and Rock County. It is now my honor to introduce our community commencement speaker, Robin Fox. An experienced administrator and respected scholar, Dr. Fox is Associate Provost for Academic Affairs at UW-Whitewater. A professor of curriculum and instruction, Fox came to UW-Whitewater in 1990 as a lead teacher in the Children's Center and later assumed various leadership roles. As Dean of the College of Education and Professional Studies, she worked tirelessly to continue the tradition of excellence that has made the college a premier school that nurtures exceptional teachers and leaders, and proudly the college that prepares more teachers for licensure than any other institution in the state of Wisconsin. She is an alumni of UW-Whitewater and 2 other state schools and has deep roots in Wisconsin and expert knowledge of many aspects of public education. In her role as dean, she addressed the need for teachers in rural communities by advocating with local school district support for student teachers to return to their hometowns. She also recommended solutions to special education and substitute teacher shortages. As interim provost, Fox's leadership style set the tone for an environment of mutual respect and collaboration at UW-Whitewater. Fox, who was named to the 2002 Bids Times list of notable LGBTQA executives in Wisconsin, uses her voice to provide a more inclusive environment for all. She works with undergraduate students on LGBTQIA+ research and serves on the Chancellor's Task Force on LGBTQA issues, helping to advocate for all gender bathrooms on our campuses and language changes, such as the need to eliminate dead names when individuals change their names to reflect their identity. UW-Whitewater is also one of the first universities in our country to add pronouns to student IDs, supporting inclusion, all in support of her leadership. Dr. Fox holds early childhood education degrees from UW-Stevens Point and UW-Whitewater, and a doctorate in curriculum and instruction from UW-Madison. Her areas of research include teacher preparation, how teachers can meet the needs of children who were adopted or are gender fluid, and working with students in schools about how to be inclusive members of the LGBTQIA community. She lives with her family in Whitewater. I could go on, but we will be here all night, so I will pause and welcome to the podium Dr. Robin Fox.
need to pull this down a little bit. And I'm sorry for the people in the front row. I'm so short. I'm not sure I can see you very well. Sorry about that. I wish I would have gone before Natalie, actually, because she seemed quite well prepared. So let's get started. This is really, a lot of this is to the students, and so I might turn a little bit so that I can see them as well. Thank you so much, Chancellor King, for the introduction. Graduations hold a special place for me. It's always been a privilege to participate as a marcher, a marshal, a dean, or any other role. Being the speaker here this evening is beyond an honor. Thank you for this opportunity, Dean Clayson. And as an aside, I retire in 2 days, so this is really like the best gift ever. Chancellor King, Provost Chenoweth, Dean Clayson, faculty and staff, thank you for your dedication to these students. Guests, family and friends of the graduates, welcome and thank you for the support you have given to these students. And students, future soon-to-be graduates, take a minute to look around and see all of the people who are here to celebrate and support your significant accomplishment. As honored as I was to be asked to be the speaker for graduation, I struggled with what I would say. What could I possibly say to a group of individuals who have already accomplished so much? So I did what some of the students probably have done when they had to come up with a topic. I did a Google search for best commencement speech. And I found a number of things that sounded good, but just didn't quite fit what I hoped to convey. How could I possibly say something to them in 10 minutes that you don't already know? I considered using JATVMedia to write my speech, and then decided that might not be the best idea. So I decided to write from my heart and to say things to the graduates I wish someone would have said to me when I graduated. My 3 messages are about space, time, and being ready. First, space. You are here today because you made a commitment to yourself and probably others, a commitment to achieve something of magnitude, your degree. Your degree will open many doors and offer countless opportunities. And when those doors open and opportunity is offered, take it and take up space. You have earned a place at the table, but having a place at the table is not enough. I encourage you to build on that place at the table by taking up space. And what I mean by taking up space is share what you know, embrace who you are, engage in difficult conversations, and speak back to forms of oppression. If someone else is being treated unjustly or being silenced, use your agency. Take up space. And make right what is wrong. And if it is you who is being oppressed or dismissed, know that you are worthy of having a voice and having that voice heard and taking up space. Well, this was harder than I thought it was going to be. Give me a second. And to be clear, taking up space doesn't mean you're taking it away from others. There is space for all. But far too often we are taught as new graduates to sit back, observe, don't make any waves, give it time. I wish that when I was graduating, someone had told me to lean in, make a few waves, don't wait around, and told me that I could and should take up space in this world. Second theme is time. In my family, we have a saying, the most important gifts we have to give each other are time and honesty. I hope you are able to give yourself the gift of time, graduates. I am certain you haven't been able to do that much during your time as a student. For many of you, your time has been consumed not only with going to classes and doing the work for those classes, but you have also been caring for your own children, your parents, a partner, a friend, or other family members. Your time has been spent working, maybe multiple jobs, or being involved in student organizations at Rock or in the community. You have given your time to your places of worship or an organization you volunteer for or a professional group in which you belong. And it is my hope that in all this giving of time you have done to things and other people, that you have taken time for yourself. If you have, keep doing that. And if you haven't, please start now. Make yourself and your health, physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental health, a priority. This takes time, and it means time that you can't do other things, and this might be really hard. But you must, because when you are at your best, then you can show up to do your best for others. I wish that when I was graduating, I had been told to take the time to care for myself. Instead, I was told things like, work really hard and know that at least for a few years you're not going to have a personal life. Or, do you want to think about going to school some more? Or, join these groups because it will look really good on your resume. There is time, a lot of time for each of you to figure it all out. By taking time for you and your health, you're putting yourself as a priority, and you are worthy of making time for yourself. You are a priority, and you need to treat yourself that way. And finally, being ready. Sometimes I hear people say to graduates, get ready for the real world. And I think, how strange is it to say this? I think it negates the experience while in school. The real world is stressful at times and exhilaratingly beautiful at times. And haven't you experienced that while going to school? In the real world, we make commitments to each other and ourselves. You have most certainly done that. You are sitting here today because of the commitment you made to yourself to complete your program. The real world feels safe sometimes and scary sometimes. You have experienced that already. And the real world includes failures and successes, just like those that you have already lived through. The real world is about both hard work and then sometimes things being surprisingly easy. Again, you've already experienced that in your time at Rock. You are ready for the real world because you have experienced the real world. But there are things you may not have thought about much, and you should be ready for some of those things that might be new to you after you graduate. Students, are you ready for the pride those around you will shower on you? Are you ready for door after door opening up to you with new opportunities? Are you ready to be a college graduate? For some of you, you're starting a new job, and it might be the first time that you'll only have to have one job instead of 2 or 3 part-time jobs. Are you ready to have more time to devote to yourself, your interests, and the people you care about? And some of you are continuing on in school, either at the main campus or another university. Are you ready to join other students with the confidence of already being a college graduate? And for all of the students graduating, are you ready? And do you really already feel the absolute pride and joy everyone at Rock and main campus feels? You are ready for these things and so much more. I wish that when I graduated, people hadn't asked me if I was ready for the real world and dismissed my time in college. It is all real. Okay, so I've done it. I looked online to figure out how to write a speech, and I heeded the advice. Keep it short? Check. Have up to 3 ideas? I had space, time, and being ready. Check. Look back and look forward. Check, check. But as I was finishing this speech, there was something missing, and I couldn't figure it out because I had read a lot about speeches and followed the advice about length and big ideas. And then I realized what was missing, and that was you, graduates. Your thoughts and insights aren't in this speech. By me talking, it privileges my ideas over yours. And as I stand here, I'm the one being seen, when it is really all about you being seen in your entirety for what you have brought to Rock and what you are taking into the next stage of your life. I'm going to do something that I didn't find in my Google search. I'm going to stop talking for a little bit so that the graduates' thoughts can swirl around in their beautiful brains, and me being silent gives space for their thoughts. Their thoughts should be in the ceremony. Their thoughts are as important, more important than my words. And I will ask something of those on the stage, the faculty and staff. I will ask that they stand and turn around and look at each of the soon-to-be graduates. I want you to see them, really, really see them. So I'm going to say, students, let your thoughts take center stage as we take the time to see you.
I see you, Natalie. I see you, David Elliott. I see you, Carly. I see you, Lily. I wish I could see you, Anna. I see you, Tammy. I see you, Bobby. I see you, Jesse. I see you, Keegan.
I feel lovely.
I see you, Jax. I see you, Cecilia.
Emily, where are you at?
I see you, Tristan. Tristan.
See you, Dylan.
See you, RJ.
I see you, Caleb. I see you, Mommy.
I see you, Laura.
I see you.
See you, Nicole.
I see you, Hannah.
See you, Cal. See you, Allison.
I see you, Jaden. See you, Danny.
Maya Angelou wrote, "I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." I can't remember any of my graduation speakers or what they said, and you won't remember my 3 themes, although they weren't bad. They were pretty good. I do hope that I made you feel, graduates, exactly what you should feel, worthy of our pride in you, seen in your entirety, celebrated for your accomplishments, and secure in knowing your thoughts are worthy of taking up space. Congratulations to the class of 2023. We are proud of you. More importantly, be proud of yourselves for all you have accomplished. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fox, for your inspiring words. And while I recognize today that this evening is about our graduates, please join me in a moment of pause as we quickly celebrate in a round of applause to Dr. Robin Fox on the eve of her retirement for over 30 years of service to this great institution. And now on to our graduates. I now ask Dr. John Chenoweth, who is the Provost and Vice President, Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, to come forward and present the candidates for degrees.
Graduates of the December class of 2022 and the classes of January, May, and August 2023, please rise as you are able. That's you all. Go ahead. Chancellor King, the individuals standing before you have completed the requirements and are hereby recommended by the faculty for the Associate of Arts and Sciences degree. Graduates, at the direction of the marshals, please come forward to receive your degrees.
So one of the things we do is we do a little bit more than just say names, and I got to be able to read this because it's kind of dark up here. But Natalie Shortreed is going on to main campus for environmental science, and we've asked them to thank somebody on their journey. And Natalie would like to thank her mom and her dad, as well as her brother and sister. Hannah Schickles, Associate of Liberal Arts and Sciences. She's going to be transferring to the University of Dubuque, Iowa for professional flight. And she would like to thank her family and friends. Caleb Babcock, major is history education, transferring to the main campus, and he would like to thank his parents, Jessica and Michael Babcock. Jaden Johnson is environmental science major, transferring to UW-Whitewater. Mackenzie Wish is majoring in education, transferring to the main campus. Thanks, Mom! All right. Tristan, last name, Myers. Sorry, read this. We already went over this earlier. We didn't mispronounce it. He's a math, and I can't read. Thanking Mom and Dad, Temple University. Congratulations. I think he's going to be a doctor based on handwriting. Bree Holmes is in social work, going to the main campus. She wants to thank her parents and wonderful staff members. This is Cecilia Brown, and she wants to thank her parents and her boyfriend. Gianna, we had this earlier, we went over it. Mekalari, she's an exercise science major going to UW La Crosse, and she'd like to thank her parents and extended family. Maribel Rodriguez is majoring in business and marketing and transferring to the main campus, and she wants to thank her family and it's Giovanni for supporting her these past 2 years. This is Jesse Sundelbach, right? Sundelbach. Environmental engineering, majoring UW-Platteville, and he wants to thank his family. This is Jack Sundelbach, and he's majoring in mechanical engineering, going to UW-Platteville. They look a little similar, right? He wants to thank Mom, Dad, Morgan, Mandy, and Greg. This is Allison Shotlip, and she is Broadfield Studies, transferring to the workforce, and she wants to thank her family as well. This is Alyssa Bennett, and she is an art education major going to the main campus, and she wants to thank Mom, Dad, Sister Emily. David Hernandez is a major in business, transferring to main campus, and he wants to thank family and thank the family for all their help. Okay, Alma Diaz Cosme is business undecided, transferring to main campus. She's thanking family, friends, and Coco, the puppy. Abdel Hamed is majoring in advertising on the main campus, and he wants to thank, okay, there's a lot here, his mother, sister, brother, all of my family who came tonight, and he appreciates all of the people who are in his life for this moment. Olivia Comfort is she's getting her associates in general education, and she's going to UW-Whitewater for accounting, thanking family and friends for their support over the last few years. Dylan Acker is a political science major going to the main campus, and Dylan would like to thank his mother, father, brother, girlfriend, and everyone else in his family who has supported him. Keegan Schwartz is an economics major. He's entering the workforce, and he's thanking his family. Lily Walton is in social work. She's transferring to main campus, and she wants to thank her family, friends, boyfriend, and the UROC staff for all of their support. This is Cami Punzel, and she's majoring in business at the main campus, and I'd like to thank my family and my best friends for being there for me. Natalia Castor is elementary education minor, ESL, transferring to main campus. I want to thank my family and my best friends and teachers for their support. We got another one. This is Gabrielle Olson, and she's majoring undecided. She would like to thank her mom and dad, as well as her siblings, especially her brother, who helped her pass math, that she would like to note will indeed not be graduating before her. This is Elliot Olson. He's majoring in accounting on the main campus, and he's thanking mom, dad, and siblings. Carly Smersik is majoring in nursing, Edgewood Nursing Collaborative Program she's joining, and I'd like to thank my parents, family, friends for supporting me through this journey so far. Nevea, I'm sorry, we didn't go over this one. Pamela, is that right? Pamela, did I get it? Yeah. All right, psychology major, main campus. She's thanking dad, family, and her partner. Emily Searcy is majoring in social work, minoring in psychology, transferring to main campus, and she's thanking family and boyfriend Thomas. Karina Dorantes is going to UW-Milwaukee, and she wants to thank her family and the UW-Rock County staff. Dylan Dawkins is firefighting in EMT, transferring to Black Hawk Firefighter Program, and he wants to thank his family, friends, and coworkers. Rodney Gary Jr. is a social work major going to main campus, and he's thanking family. This is Alicia Smith, and she's majoring in business management, minoring in something, organizational leadership. Gotcha. She's going to main campus, and she wants to thank her family as well. Anna Tierman is a human resource management major going to main campus, and she's thanking her loving family. Kenneth Sterling Edwards II is a corporate comm major at UW-Whitewater, family for helping him stay focused. Keegan Williams Savgato? Yeah. All right, close enough. All right, thank you. He's majoring in legal studies, going to UW-Madison, and he's thanking mom, brother, as well as trio, teachers, and classmates. Kelly, we did this earlier, I had it. Hanuska, close enough? All right, thank you very much. She's a chemical engineering major going to UW-Madison, and she's thanking her family and Professor Kim Koska. Reagan Linneman is a veterinary science major transferring to main campus. She's thanking family, friends, and my guardian angel, my pops. Aurora Feigard is an environmental science major for UW-Whitewater, and Aurora would like to thank her family and boyfriend for always believing in her. Sheldon Sherman is heading into the workforce, and he's thanking mom, dad, sister Lily, and advisor Keith. Nicole Crona is a managerial major going to UW-Whitewater main campus, and she would like to thank Dr. Carrie Ritton.
Graduates, by virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, the Board of Regents of the University of Wisconsin System, I now confer upon you the associate degrees of Arts and Science with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereof, of which the diploma placed in your hands are evidence to that cause. You may now switch your tassels from the right to the left. Members of the audience and platform guests, I present to you the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater at Rock County December classes of 2022 and classes of 2023. If everyone can please be seated for one last time. Graduates, we can't wait to watch you soar. As you walk out of this ceremony today, I want you to remember that you are now and forever members of our campus family and a part of this university legacy. We want you to know you rock. As we conclude our ceremony tonight, I would like to invite everyone to visit with us upstairs in the lobby, where there will be an opportunity for personal introductions and photos. I ask our guests to remain seated until the recessional is complete. And I now hereby declare the 2023 spring commencement be concluded. Thank you all for attending this evening.